Peace, soul family. Peace, everyone. Peace, peace. Peace, everyone. Thank you for your patience. YouTube was doing something to me and I couldn't even get on here like I needed to, but I'm here now and I have a lot to share with you, some of which I know is going to come through as I'm speaking to you because there's just a lot that's going on. So before I begin, let's see who is in the house. Let's see who is here tonight. Peace, High Priestess Nye said, it's always great pleasure to share space and energy with you. I've been feeling every piece of it. So ready for this evening. I know y'all been feeling it. I know you all have been feeling it, feeling everything. And I'm here to tell you that it's normal. It's normal for you as a spiritual being. And it's going to be all right. Peace, Titan Olmec. I'm grateful for your time and energy as well. Thank you. Peace, Tangi. Peace, Jamesia. Peace, Tijuana. Peace, Silver King. Peace, Melanated Nectar. Peace, Jonathan. Peace to all of the new subscribers. Anyone who this is your first live, say peace. Let us know it's your first live. There's a lot of positive, high vibrational energy in this chat. And when there's not, they have to go. But for the most part, there's a lot of love in this chat. Peace. Let's see. Thank you, Letitia, for being here. Tay, I'm grateful to you all. Danny. Peace, Sensei Suave. Peace, Allison. Peace, Deborah. We just spoke last night. Deborah. I said it wrong. Deborah. Peace. Peace, Arthur. Peace, Brianna. Peace, Maurice. Peace, Heavenly Herby. Like the video, guys. Like the video. Share this video. It's crazy because I have two YouTube accounts. I have the Spirit Doula and my personal account. And I'm subscribed to the Spirit Doula on my personal account. And I have my notifications up. And I do not get my own notifications. So I know there are many people that do not get notifications. And I get messages all the time that's like, you were live? I didn't get a notification. I didn't notice. And this is why I try to post it. When I know that I'm going live, I try to post it on Instagram and I try to post it on YouTube because we already know what it is. We already know what it is. They mad. Why are you mad? They mad. But it's all good because let me tell y'all, the truth is being exposed. The truth has to come out. It has to come out. And it will at this time. All right, let's see. My ears are like on fire. Peace, Laimo's mom. Peace, Kenya T. Peace, Beijing's messages. What up? What up? What up? Greetings. Peace, Happy Goddess. Peace, LP. Peace to all the SDA family, SDA alumni, SDA 2, SDA 3. Welcome. Welcome to the whole soul family. Welcome to all the people that are vibrating high, that you are spiritual humans. You are here on a mission, okay? And you about that. No matter what's going on, you are about doing the work that you came here to do. Peace to all of you. Peace, let's see. Peace lay every day, Kiki Gymnast. Peace, Natasha Gem. All this smoke is coming right towards me. Peace, Miss Davis. Peace, Life Dance. Peace, Kaniva. Peace, Virgo. Gems. Welcome. Peace, Cordialin. Stellar. Sim Taylor. K. Robinson. A Goddess. Femi 9. Peace to you. Peace, Taryn. Hey, Taryn. Peace, Ebony. Peace, Key Moments. Oh, it's just jumped. Peace, Alyssa, Starnaya. Peace to everyone that is just showing love in the chat. Thank you for your energy. I'm going to do my best. I am going to do my best tonight to give you this information that I have, to give you some high vibrational energy. Yes, truth equals truth. Truth is truth always. How long will this live be? I don't know. When I say it's not going to be short, though, that's when it be long, you have every right to stay as long as you want. You can watch the replay. I always say who's meant to hear will hear. Peace, heart smiling. I'm not one of those people that put a timeline on spirit. I don't, So whatever comes out, however long it's going to be, that's just what it is. Peace, Will Ty. Peace, Sarah Mother. Peace, Dawn Love. Peace, Emma Lawson. You are not late. You are on time. And I wanted to just greet you all. Peace, Goddess, Sunshine. Peace, Jazz. Peace, Tijuana. I wanted to take the time to greet you all, to send you peace energy at this time, which is so important. We should all be, greeting each other, sending each other peace. Let me move this because it's like right. Move it on this side. We all should be, greeting each other with peace energy, with love energy at this time. Okay, so exactly as set consciousness, when we are no longer part of this construct of time. So we just flow how we need to flow. All right, so let's begin. Where do I begin? So I did take some notes. This is not a lesson. Okay, so some of you have your notebooks out, which I think you should always have your notebooks, your pens, blue and purple, whenever a teacher is speaking, so that whatever knowledge is being disseminated, you can record it. Okay. However, this is not one of those lessons where there's like 1, 2, 3, ABC, that sort of thing. But I do have some notes because there was just so much information that was coming that I had to like write some things down so that I'm not like all over the place with you guys, because I literally had to ground myself. My head felt like this balloon, this vibrating thing that was happening. And I literally had some ground vegetables, which was spaghetti squash, before I came on, with some basil and some, other stuff for dinner, just to ground my energy, because I was like, I wasn't here, guys. I just wasn't here. And I need to be grounded enough in order to share this information with you. So let's see. I have time at the end for questions. I don't know. We'll see. But if you do have a questions, please put a question mark in front of it. We do have amazing moderators, and they've been with me for a while, so they're more than ready and knowledgeable to answer your questions. Okay, so let's begin. Will this be uploaded afterwards? I hope so. I do know that I'm going to say some things that these social networks do not like, and I really don't give a shit. I'm going to be speaking today on some stuff. So let's talk. Let's talk. So this weekend was a very interesting weekend. I may go into that if I feel prompted to share that part with you. But what happened since yesterday is, last night especially, I was doing a shower, taking a shower, because I had just come back in from out of town. And I knew that I had to like wash energy off of me. There was a lot that happened. And Malcolm X came to me very heavily. Now, if you don't know, I have a strong connection to Malcolm X. We both share Aries moon. And so I do have a connection with, there are many people in history that have this Aries moon. And I never knew why I had the connection with them until I realized our astrology is very similar. So he was just, I was in the shower and he was just sharing some things. And you guys, you saw I move the smoke over here, the Palo Santo, and it just came back at me. So it's coming towards my energy. So some things are being shared, and I was just like, oh my goodness, like this is wild. And, what do I do with this? And I just felt like I had to share this information, but I didn't know how to disseminate it. And I was like, I don't know if I have the most going on. Should I go live? I was toying back and forth with it. Okay. So let me make sure I get everything clear. I don't want to miss anything. So literally, I spoke to someone earlier today who has similar energy. I won't say any names or anything, but he has a very similar energy to Malcolm. And I was telling him, like, yeah, I was talking to Malcolm and like he was telling me all this stuff. And it was just like, what the like, yo, like it's really going down, you know? And so he says something to me, and I'm gonna write it down what he said. I'm gonna tell you, I wrote it down what he said. He said, Melanie, truth stands on its own merit. Let lies fall in the street. So write that down. Truth stands on its own merit. Lies fall in the street. And I was like, okay, yes. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna, share this information. So at that point, it was still like up in the air about what it is that I had to speak to you all about, because there is not one specific thing that is happening with spiritual humans. There's a lot that's happening. However, there's a lot of similarities. And what tends to happen is that you think that you're the only one going through something. And trust me, I speak to people every day. A lot of you are going through the same things. And it is important that I just felt prompted to get on here tonight and talk about some of these things that you're going through, to share some knowing with you so that you can have understanding, okay? So that you can be in your full power about it, okay? So after I finished speaking with him, I had to I texted Sister Myra about something, Sister Myra Moss, and she called me back like right away. And so we were talking about something else. And as usual, our conversations always turn up. She's like, Melanie, did you know about this? And I'm like, what? And so then we're talking. We were on the phone for a couple of hours talking about stuff. And I was like, you know what? I was supposed to call her yesterday. I was supposed to speak to her yesterday about something, but I felt prompted by Malcolm to call her today. And so I said to her, I said, and we always do this when we speak. We're like, you may think this is crazy, but I was like, you may think this is wild, but Malcolm X told me to call you. And she was like, what? That's my boy. So Sister Myra lives in Omaha, Nebraska. And she's like, yeah, Malcolm was born in Omaha, Nebraska. And I was like, really? Like, I didn't know that. And she was like, that's my homie. And I was like, he's my homie too. So we just connected and started having this whole conversation about everything that's going on. I started sharing with her this experience that I had this weekend. And as I was sharing it with her, she enlightened me on some things that she too had experienced this past weekend. And we were just sharing a lot of stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, Sister Myra, I'm going live tonight. And I don't know if I should even talk about this. And she was like, you have to tell it. You have to. Who else is going to do it? And she reminded me of my own astrology, what I have in my astrology. And literally my astrology says, like, you have to expose truth and you have to do it in a certain way. And you have to expose what is hidden. Okay. So I have a Leo sun, okay, which is truth, which is exposure. But I have stuff in the 8th house, y'all. I have a lot of stuff going on in the 8th house, which is what is hidden, right? What is not seen, okay? What is beneath the surface. And so along with some other things in my chart, I don't have a choice but to share this information, okay? And Spirit puts it on me heavy, just gives me this information, gives it to me, and says, now go teach, now go share. And that is what I'm here to do. So, pause. I got my water, I got my soursop tea. Let me tell you guys something. If you don't have soursop leaves or tea, get you some ASAP. And I'm telling you this because there's something happening with that. And if you're in a city, like if you're in New York or in Florida, go to the local, the Spanish store. Okay, find your local Spanish store. They have them there. Okay, If you're not in one of those places, you can go to Zoe Essentials, get it from there. But get the soursop because it does something to you where it helps to ground you here, but keep you vibrating high at the same time. Okay, there's a balance thing that happens with soursop. Besides the fact that it's super healing, and in the Caribbean it's used to cure cancer. Okay. Yes, Carlene. Yeah, I'm waiting for it to cool off. I'll be drinking it. And my youngest daughter made it, and I be telling them, like, just put 2 leaves in it. Let me show y'all what she did. This is like my weed, y'all. She put like this. You see how many leaves are in here? She has like the biggest leaves in this tea. So y'all already know. Well, those of you who know, you know what's about to go down. Okay, peace. Welcome, Yasmin. Yasmin, if you guys see in blue, she's a moderator now on the channel. Yasmin is a certified herbalist. She literally is here for Afro, Indigenous, Aboriginal people. That's who she is serving. This is when she's having consultations, when she's teaching, that is her focus, not anybody else. And there are not too many that are coming from this place, and she comes from a place of truth, okay? So if you have any questions about herbs, et cetera, email her, reach out to her. Like, she lives and breathes this stuff, guys. She is amazing. I go to her for stuff. I'm like, I need a tincture for this. I need a tincture for that. So she's on here, so she may pop in and out and, reference to if I speak about herbs or things of that nature. Okay, peace, everyone coming in. Peace, Infinity Spirit. Peace, band clap. All right, so let's get into this. So where do I begin? So I spoke about the fact that I have to speak this truth. Another thing I was reminded by a friend of mine earlier is that fire, because I was like, I feel like I'm on fire. Like I have that Aries Malcolm X fire thing. And he was like, fire purifies, it exposes truth. One of the things that Sister Myra mentioned is what is currently happening. And we were just like, yes, there's this massive energy of evil, so to speak, or extreme low vibrational energy, this destructive energy that is rising up at this time. And a lot of it is behind the scenes. What's happening is that the powers that were, they are scared. They are terrified. They are angry. And they don't know what to do. They don't really know what to do. And they're scrambling. And we are all being distracted by nonsense. Like, just be mindful of the distractions. While they're scrambling, it's like, distract them with this so we can try to figure this out behind the scenes. But you get hints of certain things, okay? You get hints of the fact that the royal family, which owns most of the land on this earth, or really, even though they portray themselves as being common, plain folk, like a lot of these very wealthy people, like Bill Gates, people are like, oh, Bill Gates is rich, but he dresses like a poor person. That's to fool you. That's to trick you, okay? A lot of these beings, a lot of these owners of the banks and the Federal Reserve, which is not a federal institution at all, they are scrambling because things are changing and they don't know they don't have a grasp on it because it's not of them. It is of you. It is of you. And I'm here to tell you that today, that it is of you. That's why you are not to be in a place of fear about this chaos that's happening, because this is of you that's causing this right now. Okay. So a lot of the stuff that's happening behind the scenes, behind closed doors right now that you don't know about, I'm being mindful of what I say because I'll go mute on YouTube in a minute. And if we do, we know what we do. If that happens, we know what we do. And nothing's stopping us. But there's a lots of people that are institutions and different things that are being exposed, banks, okay? A lot of things that are seeming like the pretense is that everything is okay, but behind closed doors is not. There are a lot of arrests being made, okay? A lot of stuff just coming out in the open. And I've been saying it since last year. I said deceptors are going to be exposed, okay? Everyone gets exposed. I've been saying that since February, and I was saying it even more heavily last month. I said everyone gets exposed. Everyone gets exposed. I don't care who you are, okay? Everyone. Low vibrational entities, high vibrational entities. If you're a spiritual being, you will be exposed. And if you're not, you will be exposed. Okay? For this reason, I told y'all to listen with your eye, to see with your eye, to look around you. Because everyone is getting exposed. And what happens is, here's a sign of what happens, especially if it's friends or relationship. When low vibrational entities get exposed, you have to look at it like military. You know, I look at these energies like military, like they have ranks, okay? And when they do something to try to attack you, okay? Now I'm off cuff right now. When they try to attack you and it don't work, they get mad. You know why? Because they fucked up. And now they got to go back to where they came from, like I fucked up. And so now another ranking energy has to come to you. I'm telling you this. This is a spiritual warfare that we're in. So you need to think in that way, understand it in that way. Okay. So when energies come for you and they don't win, they be mad. You mad? You angry? I'm happy. What did Ply say? Why are you mad? Why are you so mad? When they get exposed, they're mad. You like, what the? Yo, we was just all right. Because they messed up. They get replaced by the next ranker that's higher. Okay. So you better believe behind this illusion that we are caught in, there are some angry entities, and they are scrambling. Everything is not and I know a lot of you already know this, but everything is not what it appears to be. Okay. And this is why you have to be mindful. This is why I was saying to connect to you. Forget everybody else. Connect to you. You need to be so solid in who you are that you recognize what's going on around you. That you see. You need to be able to see. You need to be able to see not just in this dimension. This is why I say go into nature, because you train your eye. You train your eye to be able to see, to be able to hear into other dimensions. You have to. That is the key. That is the key. You want to vibrate higher? You need to go into nature. You need to get nature around you. Get some plants around you. Eat your herbs. You need that. That is vital information. You'll be able to see stuff that nobody else can see, or hear stuff that nobody else can hear. That keeps you on your path. That keeps you steady while everybody else around you is losing their shit. Okay? Because you have to be steady. And as I say, I'm not here to be teaching the whole world. We are the world, humanity. I understand. I know. I see them. So I don't go to public much. When I do, I see them. I see the entities that are posing as humans that's not. I see them. I see the ones that are faking like they I've been telling you about these fake woke people, these fake spiritual people. They mad now. They mad. They mad. You vibrating high and stuff, and they mad at you. Why you so mad? Like, I ain't do nothing to you. I'm just wearing my upper. Why you mad at me? Why you mad? Because we both went to the store and I was buying a crystal. Why you mad? Why you so mad? I've been telling you, exposure is happening. It's been happening, but now it's happening on a whole different level. Thank you so much for the donation, Quantum Harrell Tech. I appreciate it. Yes, yes, Lucky Claire. Yes. You have to be in the place, family. You have to be in a place. You have to be in a place where you are so feet planted, steady, and I say ground yourself. I mean ground yourself, and nothing can shake you, because everything will try to shake you. Here's the thing: it's supposed to. It's supposed to happen like that. People are scared. People are scared because, oh my gosh, like the world and there's floods. I didn't even like somebody. I posted on YouTube that I was going live, and somebody was like, "There's like 5 floods in China," and I don't even know what the heck. Listen, I don't know. I already said it last year. I already said last year when I did that live, and I said, "Listen, Mom Universe is like fed up. Time is up. You had enough time with the bullshit. Get your shit together." I said, when that energy comes through, when that feminine energy comes through, like, what the is going on here? I left the place in a certain way. Y'all just, what's going on? Y'all know the rules. Why y'all not following the rules? When she has to step in, when she gets involved, y'all all better be like, oh shit, get my shit together. Let me start. Because havoc starts happening. The chaos, it started from last year, and we in it. Y'all are thinking like, oh my gosh, the tornadoes and I don't know what the hell, the tsunamis. I don't know what is happening around the world. Somebody sent me a video of a white person like, oh my gosh, I never thought this would happen in Europe. That's only in poor countries. What the man? We think it's gonna happen. We've been knowing that. We've been knowing where the hurricanes originate from West Africa into the areas where the slave trade was, where the slaves were. And whether you were indigenous here or not, it doesn't matter. If you were indigenous here, you were still involved in the slave trade. You still were enslaved. Your right of who you were as an indigenous was taken from you, and you was considered a colored, a Negro, or whatever. So all that chaos has to be cleared. We know this, right? Right? So we don't be mad. What does Sister Myra say? When the chaos is raging outside of your home, don't be in fear. The fact that you are fearless is your lamb's blood. Let that energy just pass you over. You just laugh at that shit. I be laughing. I be laughing because it's funny as hell. When people get mad at me, I laugh. I laugh. How you mad at me? What I didn't do nothing to you. Damn. I laugh. That shit is funny. Okay? America's crumbling. Thank you so much for the donations. I have to take a pause because thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Conarn. And thank you, Heavenly, hereby, Tamir. What you trying to preserve? I've been telling y'all, get out of this construct. You have been mentally effed your whole entire life. It's time to come out of that. It's time to come out of that. Be mindful of how your thoughts are. Don't none of y'all better be talking about my 40 acres and a mule. I already broke that down to you. That was never a law. That was a congressman who was trying to get votes of Black people because post-slavery, Blacks were allowed to vote, and they were putting in all kind of Black people. Look it up. Right after slavery ended, the first election, the Congress was filled with Black people. Congress, Senate, mayors, the minute Black people got the right to vote, they were voting everybody in. That's what was the catalyst to start the KKK, to stop the voting. So it was a man, Google it. It was a man who said, let's give them 40 acres and a mule. so they, so they can vote for us. Let them fall back. Let's give them that. That was never a law. Why y'all hype? Why y'all so harping on that? I want my 40 acres and a mule. What you gonna do with 40 acres and a mule? What the hell you gonna do with a mule? Like, for real. Y'all harping on reparations. They owe us our reparations. They owe us our reparations? The fact that you are asking someone to give you something and you're holding it like they owe me this. I need to have this. You give this to me, please. You guys sign this petition so that we can get this. You are begging entities that are beneath you. Fuck them. You really Nick, this is your land anyway. You begging for reparations. First of all, if y'all were to give reparations, what you gonna do with your money anyway? That money will come and go faster. Let's be real about it for a minute. Companies like Walmart, Amazon, they like, give them their reparations because they're gonna spend it with us anyway. It's gonna make them billionaires. So let's wheel it back some. So I'm begging you to give me reparations for the slave trade or for me being a slave. I'm asking you and pleading with you. That means that you are a power over me that can give me something. Watch how you think, family. Watch how you think. Here's the reality. You vibrate high enough. You be on your path. I tell you guys, and I'm not telling you, I don't talk stuff that I make up. I tell you that when you on your path, you will get all provisions. If you want 40 acres, get on your path, do your mission work. 40 acres will appear at your door. Somebody will knock on your door and say, hey, I have 40 acres and a freaking mule. Would you like it? That shit will happen. I've said it to you guys. I've proven it in my own life. I have people that have done the work and they have proven it. Like, I need y'all to think greater, be gods. You think a God is acting a government that's falling apart for some money? This money's not even real. That's why the banks are falling. This fiat money is fake. You asking for some paper. Y'all want some paper? You want some paper? Here's some paper. You want some paper? You're paralyzing this. Or when I get some money, I can do my work. When I get some paper, I can do some work. I can do my spiritual work. Or I can't do my spiritual work right now because I don't have this, so I don't have enough money. I got my job, blah, 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 whatever. For real? For real? I'm not teaching y'all nothing that I didn't do myself. A lot of y'all know I was a professor making good ass money. I was about to get a job, mid six figures, making good money. And Spirit was like, nope. And I'm like, but I worked hard. I did this whole dissertation. I wrote a textbook in my field of linguistics. And I'm the only one who looks like me. And I fought against all these racists. It was a bunch of old white men that will always say some side shit to me all the time. Like, where you from? Which means, how educated are you? All kinds of stuff. And I fought and I fought and I cried and I fought to get to where I had to be. And Spirit was like, nah, boo, that's not what you're doing. That's not what you're here to do. What? But I have 3 daughters. Their father just transitioned. I got to take care of my kids. What you mean? Nope, you're not doing it. So when I tell you that happened to me in 2019, and when I tell you that I was an absolute loss, but when I tell you that because I was meditating, because I was learning who I was, because I was doing the work, because I was healing myself, because nothing would shake me at that point. I was like, fuck it. So many messed up things happened to my life. It was like, I got nothing to lose. I might as well follow the spiritual walk. I might as well listen to those who are speaking to me in my meditations. I don't know who voices they are. Okay, I'm looking up at the sky and I see stars and I hear entities talking to me, telling me stuff, and I'm having dreams and astral travels, not knowing what the heck it is. I might as well follow this. And when I tell you that 2 years later, I'm running 3 companies and I have 10 employees, I'm not saying this because I'm making this shit up. All your provisions will come to you. You have to be on your path. Stop worrying about their systems. Stop worrying about their systems. Be in your system. Be in your institution. Do you understand? You are God's. There is nothing that happens to me. I'm telling you. I know my power of manifestation, so I manifest everything. I manifest everything. I was sleeping the other night. I promise you, Saturday night I was sleeping. And in my dreams, I heard you need drink some cranberry juice. I was tired. Did not want to get out the bed. My daughter happened to wake up and I said, "Oh, Slima, pass me some cranberry juice." Little stuff like that. The littlest things. You have the power to manifest this. I'm not talking to everybody. I'm really not. You know who you are. You know when you're faking. You know when you're really half-assing. And let me say this to y'all. There are some of you who feel like maybe I'm being fake because I don't meditate every day, and you're hard on yourself. It's usually you. You're usually the ones that are spiritual humans, because spiritual humans, we're the hardest ones on. We are hard on ourselves. We are hard on ourselves. Did I not do enough? Did I not love enough? Did I not study enough? It's the ones who don't give a shit, that pretend that they do, that pretend that they are, that's regurgitating the same stuff. People will regurgitate the same bullshit that somebody else said and then start to fight with each other about it. What the Are you serious? Kundalini. Let's all talk about Kundalini. Melanie, did my Kundalini rise? Kundalini. Well, that's not what a Kundalini is. This is what a Kundalini is. Who gives a family? To those of you, and I know right now, and I'm going to break it down eventually. I'll get to my notes here. But I just feel led to say this. To those of you who are going through the most right now, I listen, I don't know any other way. I tell people that, listen, if you have to cry, you cry. I don't know any other way. You know a way? Here's why I'm saying this, because some of y'all are going through some stuff, and I know it. When I told y'all during the last full moon, new moon, whatever it was, and I said you have to focus on you. You have to put yourself first. And when you do that, that's when everything starts opening up. That's when the healing happens. That's when the stuff comes up. I said, take your spiritual baths. That's when stuff comes up. And stuff comes up to heal. You want that to come out. And if you cry. I know no other way. I said, cry. If you got to be like, F everything and go to bed and cry yourself to sleep, you do that. Because when you are at that point of tears and being so overwhelmed, your spirit team is like, red alert. You have nobody else to call but just, who else? You have nobody else to call but your spirit team, and they're right there waiting for you to get to that point when you can connect to them. When you feel like, I don't know what else to do, I'm stuck. When you feel stuck on your spiritual path, I tell people you are not stuck. You are never stuck. You may take a pause. You may take a break. And that's probably because your spirit team is saying pause. Here's what you can't do. You can't turn around. You built all this behind you. You have a mountain of energy behind you. Where you going? You don't feel comfortable moving forward? Then you pause, because there's work happening to you. Your spirit team is working on your higher self. There's stuff that's happening, and your physical body just may need to take a break. And there's nothing wrong with that. When you do that, you're getting the attention of your spirit team. Think about yourself as a child. What baby cries and the mother doesn't try to figure out what's wrong with the baby? The mother comes immediately. The baby knows if I cry, mommy's coming. Y'all have had a toddler? Anyone had toddlers? When you out somewhere and they have a temper and they just stand still, they don't want to move. I don't want to go. I don't want to move. And they just stand still and you like, come, if you don't get over here, little Tamika. It gets your attention. Your full focus is on getting Tamika to move from where she is. You bribe her. You give her that, the look. You know the look. If you don't get the look. You do whatever it takes to get little Tamika moving. Okay? How about little Daquan, who has a temper tantrum? He had a whole temper tantrum. It gets your attention. You become closest to them because you want to resolve whatever is going on. It is the same thing. It's the same thing. You are part of a spiritual family. You have a mother, you have a father, you have brothers, you have sisters. Same thing. So when you're going through these things, stop thinking like, I'm not good enough. I didn't study my chakras enough. I don't know this enough. I didn't do my work enough. It's okay. If I told you the amount of nights I went to sleep, I cried myself to sleep. Like, this is hard. Being in this reality is hard. Knowing the stuff it's not easy. No one said it was easy, but you are built for this. That's why you came here to do this work. Do you understand? So if you have to cry, cry. If you have to have a moment, pause, temper tantrum, I'm not doing nothing right now. Fine. But when you get up, baby, when you get up and you don't even realize what happened because your spirit team has intervened on your behalf. When you get up and you know it because you feel more powerful. You feel stronger. And you realize what was supposed to happen in the first place. So all of y'all that are going through the most right now, and I know some of y'all are going through like some not regular stuff. Not regular stuff. Ain't nobody going through, forget regular stuff. Regular stuff is old news. You're not going through simple breakups. You're going through breakups that's like, what is this? Okay? You're losing friends that you've been friends with forever. It seems like everyone in your job is turning against you. You lost your job. You don't feel like going to work anymore. You can't work this job. Everything is going crazy around you. I get it. This is part of the work. This is why knowing comes into play. This is why I teach you guys. I try to teach you as much as I can so that you are knowing of what's happening. Because when you are knowing of what's happening, you have a certain level of understanding about it. And in that place of understanding, you are empowered. Do you guys understand? You guys get that? Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for the donations. I saw the Matt Titan, thank you for the donation. Thank you, Life Stance. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, Lady T. Thank you, Stardust 310. Yes, Rhonda, it's part of the process. It's part of the process. I gave you 13 steps last year with the elderberries. If you didn't watch that video. 13 steps of ascension. There's going to be some crazy times, okay? But you guys are built for this. Gloria says, sometimes I feel like I'm crazy. Let me tell you something, Gloria. Not only are you going to feel like you're crazy, people are going to call you crazy. People are going to call you crazy. And let them. Because some of our, all, not some, get some, all of our greatest spiritual teachers were called crazy, weird at some time. And like I said, count me in with that group. Okay? Count me in with that group. If you call them crazy, I'll be crazy along with them. So you're gonna feel it, you're gonna be called it. Okay? I had people very close to me hurt me deeply, called me witch. Like, where do you get that from? Knowing that I'm not one of those people that would do anything to harm anyone else, because I know what that is. That's low vibrational energy. I don't sit there. You do something against me, that's on you. You got to deal with my team. My team ain't no joke. I already told you I have a bunch of thugs. Like I have a bunch of thugs out. I have a bunch of thugs behind me. So you want to mess with me? Go. Melanie's hands are clean. I'm not doing nothing. I'm minding my business, drinking my tea. You get to deal with them. So for someone to think I did something against them is like, why would you do that? And then be mad. They were mad. They were angry. Why are you so mad? Why are you so angry? But here's the thing. They called my great-grandmother a witch back in the 1920s and 30s. They called to that behind her back. But guess what they were doing early in the morning, late at night? They was going to a house and asking her to heal them of stuff, and had the audacity to call her a witch and call her a demon and devil and all kinds of things. But you came to me when you needed healing. So call me what the fuck you want. I don't care. So you guys you may be called crazy, you may be called weird, you may be called strange. It's all good. It's all good. You've been called crazy since you were young, Taylor. So let's talk about this. I'm going to actually get out my pen. I'm going to have you get out, if you have paper and pen, I want you to take this specific notes down, because this is something that will give you clarity when stuff is going on with you. Okay. They call me everything but a healer, especially when I have a track record of healing you and your family, and you still want to call me that. Listen, my grandmother Maggie sure schooled me on that. She said that's what they did to me. I was healing people and they were still in the church talking about me a demon, but I still kept doing what I was supposed to do. She had a mission to fulfill, and she fulfills her mission. So she can help me do what I have to do to help me help heal people. So she can deal with that in the 1920s and 1930s, whenever she was alive, then shit, I can do it right now. Okay? All right. Ronette, thanks for saying that, sis, because I get so in my head about the witch and crazy stuff, because I'm a healer and hurt anyone, love people. People can call me whatever. They can call me whatever you want to call me. Here's the thing, they won't call you what you are, though. They won't call you God. They'll call you other stuff. Who cares what they call you? That's why you have to know who you are. That's why you have to know who you are. Okay? I've been there. I've been called names since I was a little girl. Okay? I've been called names since I was a little girl. I was harassed when I was a little girl. Harassed and called all kinds of names. Okay? Teased. I remember running behind bushes crying. My name is Melanie. People call me Melonhead. Like, that shit hurt. Okay? Damn, why do I have to go through that as a child? Because I don't care what you call me now. I've already been there, done that. You can call me what you want. Okay? All right, let's continue. So everyone has their paper and pens. I'm going to give you some stuff to write. The first thing is, I want you to understand the polarity of all this. I want you to understand the polarity of some things. This is important to understand at this time. Okay? So I just wrote polarity. This is important for you to understand at this time, so you can understand the energy, how the energy is flowing. Energy is always flowing, always flowing. Okay? So on one side, I'm putting negative. That says negative. On the other side, I'm going to write positive. Okay. Okay. As spiritual humans, we need to understand this concept. All right. Everyone can see that. Okay. Here's what you need to understand, especially at this time. Thank you so much for the donation, Zucchini. What you need to understand is it's raining. It's raining. Okay, I may tap into that a little bit later. Here's what you need to understand. When things are seemingly negative, understand that it's not about what's happening that's negative. It's about the energy flow, and the energy is going to flow positive. Okay, so let me give you an example. Let's say number one. If things in your life are shaky, okay, if you feel like you're in the process of being shaken up, which, listen, you had to be. I told y'all going into this Cancer energy that you're going to be shaken up, okay? When you feel this process of being shaky, we don't look at the shaking that's happening. Don't look at the shaking up that's happening. I want you to look at the positive that's happening. Do y'all hear that rain? I want y'all to hear the positive. I want y'all to know the positive. The positive of the shaking, a shaky is steady. Okay? So listen to me. When you are being shaken, when you feel shaky, even if you feel shaky about your spirituality, okay? I meditated today, not yesterday. Oh my gosh. Yesterday I ate a salad. I was vibrating high. Today I ate a hamburger. Oh my gosh. Like, you feel shaky, okay? Or things in your life are shaking up. Stuff in your life is like going crazy. All kinds of craziness is happening, okay? The energy flow is to make you steady. You have to be shaken up. Spirit has to shake you. I have to shake you to see how strong you are. If you're ready for this, for you to see how strong you are, so that when you steady, you steady. That's why I told you guys, if I were to tell you the stuff that I had to go through in my life, this is why I'm so steady. You can't shake you. You can shake me. I'm gonna stay steady. I'm firm. Okay. So understand when there's something that's seemingly negative, it is not negative. We are looking at polarities. Okay. But I'm saying negative because this is a construct in how we think. When you are being shaken up, when things in your life are shaky, it's because spirit is trying to make you steady. It's trying to keep you strong. It's trying to show you your strength. Okay? That's why. It's not because did I do something bad? Is it bad karma for my past life? Don't worry about the past life stuff. Don't worry about that. All that's going to come in this life. It's going to shake you, but you're going to learn how to be firm in that, how to be steady in that. Okay? Makes sense? Okay. Next one. Number 2. Okay. Number 2, physical shaking. And we're talking about the world around us. Physical shaking. And we're talking about the world around us. Okay. When the world is being physically shaken as it is now, right? Like hurricanes, floods, the freaking, somebody said the ice caps are melting. And listen, I told my students last week, was it last week? I said, listen, y'all don't even, they don't talk about this in the moves, in the news, but the North Pole shifted. There's a whole shift. There's a whole polar shift. Stuff ain't what it was. Okay? So what they knew as the earth is now tilted. Everything is being shaken. So when the physical, everything is being shaken up, when governments are being shaken, governments are beefing with each other. You hear me? They're beefing with, I'm telling you guys, listen, you think, that's why I said don't get caught up in this whole presidential Biden, Democrat, Republican thing, because there's a serious beef happening. There's a serious beef. This country did not start with 50 states and we all coming together kumbaya, okay? There were several different groups of people that came into the United States to try to create some stuff going on here, okay? I'm going to say some things. Different groups, and I'm not talking about Republican and Democrat. I'm not talking about that shit. Don't get caught up in that. I'm talking about stuff that's deeper than that. Look up the Republic. The Republic. What is that about? Because there's a group of people that want this fiat money, and there's a group that says, nah, let it be backed by gold. There's a lot of Moors that talk about this. They talk about how your birth certificate is worth money and how you can go somewhere and say, here's my birth certificate, give me my money. Do you think that's not real? There's too many people that have done that. And when I say your government is being shaken up, it's because behind the scenes, there are certain entities in governmental officials that's trying to make that happen. And there's certain entities that's like, now we need the people stuck on this fake money business. That's why I said don't get caught up in stuff. Don't get caught up in, oh my God, the stock market is dropping or cryptocurrency is dropping. I told you, listen, Spirit told me to buy. I told you guys, Spirit told me to buy a certain amount of certain stocks. Some of you bought it and some of you made thousands from it. What did you do with that money? This is a game. How do you play it? You being your own institution. You be led by Spirit. You don't be led by what they saying. I'm such and such, and we need to take back our country. So you need to vote on blah, blah, blah date to da, 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 da. Who get the, are you serious? I need to take back my country. Like, we need to be in power in the White House to give back to our cities. I grew up in the inner city. I grew up, you know, all that funding goes. You know, all that inner city funding goes. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example that everyone basically knows. Harlem, USA. Let's vote to have Democrats in Congress so that we can give money back to the poor people in New York City and Harlem. Okay, let's flood Harlem with money. Oh, what is that? On Malcolm X Boulevard, a Starbucks. Huh, what is that? A Whole Foods? What is that? It baffles my mind that when I go uptown, first of all, I never seen the train so clean. Because if you're from New York and there's just certain trains, the D train, the 4, there's just certain trains, you just know it's just like, damn, I just got to take this train to go uptown. Like nobody really wanted to go uptown because we knew what uptown meant back in the day. But now the train's going uptown. Oh my gosh. And I walk down freaking Malcolm X Boulevard and I don't see a person that looks like me at all. Not to mention, forget me trying to buy a brownstone in Harlem. Like, forget about it. Like, I don't have $10 million. So I voted for these people to bring money into my city and I get none of it. Oh, wait. I got some of it because, yeah, I lived in the projects. Yeah, that, the projects that like overlooked the river, and they paid all of us like $3,000 to move out and never come back into the city. Y'all think that shit don't happen? It happened in too many cities. So don't get caught up in that. Don't get caught up in that. I lived in too many inner cities where people were fighting to vote, fighting to get money for the cities, and the money comes into the city, and who does it go to? Who does it go to? I don't even feel comfortable walking down 125th Street. I just don't, like, where's all my stuff? Where's the spots? Where the spots? I went to a vegan restaurant. Listen, I was in Harlem And I was like, let me look up vegan restaurants because I know it's going to be good. I went to a vegan restaurant. I don't think they put no salt or pepper in the food at all. I was just like, there's no need for me to come back to Harlem anymore. Like, what is happening here? How you have collard greens with no seasoning in it? What the heck? I'm sidetracking y'all. I'm just trying to tell y'all not to get caught up in all this politics stuff because it's fake. And they are fighting. They are fighting. They are fighting with each other. There's a whole group of people. Google it. We get off. You can Google it now. Google Trump Republic August 16th. They're trying to take back this. They're trying to take back this country. They're trying to take this country. And here's the thing: I'm not really beefing with them. They're trying to back stuff with gold. Like, back it with gold, back it with metals. That's why I keep telling y'all, get y'all metals, because the values are raising up. We're not going to have money backed by this anymore. Nonsense anymore. Okay. Let me continue. So when the physical world is shaking up, right? Okay. The reason why is because, I'm going to write this down. I'm going to say it because my handwriting is like, is making room for the spiritual world. The physical world is being shaken up because it's making room for the spiritual world. The physical world is being shaken up. It looks negative. It looks like, oh my gosh, this stuff is happening. It's making room for the spiritual world. There are groups of ancient or indigenous people now, and their ancestors passed this truth down to them, that there are certain structures, okay, pyramids, not just pyramids, there's a lot of sacred structures, okay, that were hidden. And they were hidden by this planet. They were hidden under trees, under dirt, okay, under bushes, okay. And so as this place is being shaken up, what's happening is that these structures are now being revealed, okay. They're now being revealed for what they really are. Pyramids everywhere. There are communication towers everywhere, okay. Crystals are coming up out of the earth. I don't care where we go, my daughter finds a crystal, and it's like, how you find this? How you find shungite? We're not even in Russia. How you find this out the ground? How are you finding stuff? It's being shaken up. This physical world is being shaken up to allow the spiritual to come through. So we're not stressed. We're not stressed. If it's raining and you know you're about to have a barbecue and you don't want it to rain, then you need to be in your power and be like, listen, I know you need to come down, but you got to wait till 8:00. I'm telling you who you are. I'm telling you your power. I taught my daughters this. My daughter, in 2019, my youngest daughter ran track and she did this shot put, and she made it to the Junior Olympics. We were in Raleigh, North Carolina. I believe it was Raleigh, North Carolina. No joke. The weather was clear. It was clear skies, beautiful day. And we were out there and my daughter was doing her thing. And it was hot. Now, Spirit told me bring water with you. And I'm happy I did, because my daughters, they guzzled that water down. But it was unbearably hot. And my oldest daughter, she does not like to be in the heat. She doesn't mind the sun, but she doesn't like the humid heat. And so she was going through the most, like, oh, this is just too much. Like, how many more people got to go? Oh my gosh. Like, she was like hoping that her sister wouldn't be successful because she wanted to go. And I was like, nah, Salima's going to rock this out. Like, she's like top in the country. Okay. So now, mind you, I taught my daughter the year before the power that we have and the connection that we have to this planet, which means the connection we have to weather. Okay. And so my daughter said, mind you, If anybody was at the Junior Olympics 2019 in Raleigh, you can attest to this. Clear skies. My daughter says, I wish it would just rain for a little bit. So it was me, my two daughters, this other lady I was talking to, and this lady from Puerto Rico that was next to her. Okay. And my daughter says this, because Makeda doesn't have a filter. So she said, I wish it would just rain for a couple minutes. I promise you, within 2 minutes, wind started blowing. The wind started blowing. No lie. And she was like, oh, that feels so good. And people were like, where did this wind come from? 10 minutes later, we felt a drop. And people were like, is that rain? But the sky was blue. There was no clouds. The sky was blue. Okay. And then we started feeling more drops. And Makeda smiled like, I said it had to rain. Like, she was confident in it. And the lady who was next to the lady I was standing to, the lady from Puerto Rico, she looked over and she said, you did that. You did that. You made it rain. And she smiled at her. And Makeda was like, I know. And I was just like, damn, Makeda, now we can't, we can't finish this. You know what I'm saying? It was okay because Salima had just finished throwing. So we were done. The whole entire Junior Olympics was rained out. They couldn't run because they have to run and do stuff in dirt on the field. Not just that, the field, there's electrical poles. So the storm was it wasn't expected. Do you understand? And so when you have unexpected storms like that, you have lightning and thunder. So they had to shut everything down so people wouldn't get electrocuted in the steel seating, the steel aluminum seats that they were in the stadium. No joke. Makeda was happy because she did not want to be in the sun anymore. And I said, that's your power. Because I taught my daughters, you are gods. You have power over these things. And I'm telling you guys the same thing. I'm telling you the same thing. This is your power. Whenever Black people, melanated people get upset, you start rioting and protesting, watch the weather. Watch the storms that happen. Watch the natural storms that happen. Because we know there's some fake stuff happening with, HAARP and all that stuff. Okay? So, I don't know why I went there, but I needed to share that with you. But the physical shaking of this world is making room for the spiritual world to rise up. That's it. So you don't be stressed out. If your neighborhood floods, move to another neighborhood. You be okay with it. Matter of fact, if your neighborhood floods, you tell the flood waters, not around my house. I'm telling you, not around my house. There was an earthquake. I have so many stories to share with you guys. There was an earthquake 2013, I think 12 in Virginia. And I was like, it's not going to affect me. My neighbors came out the house, the alarms were blaring, all kind of stuff. My daughters felt nothing because I was like, you're not touching my house. And I was even in my full power then, but I knew enough. So you don't be shook by this stuff. You don't be scared by this stuff. You understand that this is part of the process. You want this to happen. You want this to happen. It's not no save the planet, save the world. Now y'all want to save the planet? Now y'all want to save the world because y'all scared? Because you scared? You mad? You angry? Y'all wasn't trying to save the world before. Now you trying to save it? Because you realize you don't have control. Now you want to have the Space Force? Now you want to admit there's UFOs? Because y'all don't have the control because they flying everywhere now. Everybody's seeing them. You can't hide it anymore. You can't hide it no more. The powers that were, and you have the audacity. You have the audacity. You can't even control neuromelanin. You can't even control this neuromelanin that resides in my pineal gland. You can't even get it together and understand what it is. You can't control. You keep experimenting with it because you can't control it. And you think you're going to control something that's flying up in the skies with people that come out looking like this, black with locks? Big 6 feet beings? Yes. That's what it is. Listen to your teachers. Google it. There's an astronaut, a white astronaut, who admitted seeing one of the beings, and he said he was black. Some of these movies in the 80s where they show, I don't know these movies, but they show beings with, like, they call them tentacles from their hair. Tentacles. Tentacles for real. Tentacles. Say what it was. Say what it is. Say what it really is. So now you have a space for, y'all missed that? Did y'all miss that news conference when Trump was like, we're gonna did y'all miss that shit? We have a new branch of the military called the space. Did y'all miss that? Who you fighting against? Did y'all for real? We so involved in, I don't know, Megan Thee Stallion and all these people. Did y'all miss that shit? That the United States of America government created a new military branch called the Space Force to fight all invaders? Who is invading? Where are they from? Did y'all miss that? And Dr. Delbert Blair was telling you back in the 50s and 60s who it was. Y'all that arrogant that you think you can control that? I mean, they have no knowledge of what this is. And you, unfortunately, don't have it either because you haven't been taught. That's why I'm saying y'all need to connect. Because here's what happened. In your dream state, your astral travel, let's say your astral travels, that ain't fake. Astral traveling is not real. It's not true to have dreams. That's real. You are really on other dimensions. You are really experiencing other stuff. You are really seeing other stuff. That's not, this here is fake. That's real. Think the Matrix. Think the Matrix. When he realized that he was in an illusion and what the real deal was. So, y'all mad? Listen, I'm like, yo, side, like, yo. I be looking up at the sky at night. Like, I want to see one. Like, let me let me see. Let me see one. I want to see one. Let me see them for the formations and let me see what they're doing. What's happening? And they have you fearful. The government said these beings are going to come and, destroy us and take us over. Not me. They look like me. I'm good. I'm real good. Elijah Muhammad talked about them. He wrote a book in the 50s called, I don't remember the name of it, Ezekiel's Wheel, from in the Bible, in Ezekiel a prophet, and the Bible spoke about the wheels that he was seeing in the sky. And these beings said, oh, they were satellites. No, they're not satellites. I'm telling y'all, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. That those weren't crazy dreams y'all had. You guys were in other dimensions really seeing stuff. Okay? Stop being distracted by stop being I told y'all the last time, don't be distracted by these narratives that try to keep you trapped in this old woe is me victim slave mentality. Okay, everybody got mad when Kanye was like, okay, you were slaves, like you could have got out of that shit. He wasn't wrong. Like he said nothing wrong to me. He said nothing wrong. Maybe he shouldn't have said it the way he said it, but like for real, your mind is still enslaved. You still begging a massa for stuff. I ain't get my what do they call them? Stimulus checks, right? I didn't get my stimulus checks. I'm about to call. They didn't give my stimulus check. I'm about to call them because they supposed to give my. Are you for real? You don't see the setup? Y'all don't see the setup in that? To make you still dependent on that which is less than you, that you are greater than that. You are greater than that. You talk the talk. Yeah, post-traumatic slave disorder, blah, blah, blah. I read that book. I read this book. I did it. I saw this video. Okay, are you still doing the dumb shit? You still in the dumb space? There's some people that just not like, they're just not gonna get it. That's just, I'm not talking to them. I don't care. They're the ones to be thumbing down my videos. You mad? You angry? I'm happy. I'm talking to the ones that you know that you're a spiritual being. You know the secrets that you hold that you don't share with people because you think people are gonna think you crazy. You know who you are. And your powers are being activated and your dreams are coming online stronger, and you realizing that this is not a dream. I was traveling in other dimensions, and you are manifesting stuff and you're healing, and all these things are happening for you. I'm talking to you. You are meant to go out there and heal and help and guide others. That's who I'm talking to. I'm not here for everybody. I don't care. I don't really care about everybody. I'm not Melanie Save the World. I'm a guide to spiritual beings. Period. I teach. Period. I know what I'm here to do. The third one, this is important. And I'm going to tell you why this is important, because this is going to start happening a lot. Knowing gives you understanding, which gives you power. So I'm telling you this to prepare you. Okay? The third one. When you are threatened. When you are threatened. When you are threatened. When you are threatened, and you will be threatened. You will be threatened by family, friends, the government, wherever. You are going to be threatened. You may even be set up. Everyone needs to understand this. I'm telling you this now. And some of you know. Some of you know things are happening to you. And that threat is causing you to be in a certain space. Don't be fearful, because you have to be threatened. Why? Why do I have to be threatened? Why do I have to be threatened? Because you need to learn that you are really protected. You don't know you're protected until you're threatened. This is for all you spiritual teachers out there that are teaching truth. Not you fakers. I'm not talking about you fakers. Y'all know I'm not talking about y'all fakers. I'm not the ones speaking truth. You healers that are there really healing people, you will be threatened. And you are supposed to be. Your spirit team wants you to feel threatened, because they want to show you how much you are protected. I'm going to tell y'all a story. I'll tell you part of it. Of something that happened to me this weekend. I was like, should I share this or not? Yes, Christelle, it will take place in the spiritual realm. It may take place in the spiritual realm. Like I told you, when you are doing your astral travels and running drills and stuff, things will happen in the spiritual realm to prepare you for what's to happen in the physical realm. So yes, many of this will happen in the spiritual realm, okay, in the astral realm, okay? Let me preface this. Let me Pause. So I need a little bit more clarity if I should tell this story, but I'm going to say this. The bigger your enemy, the more powerful you are. I read, I think out of Ecclesiastes 9:11 last year, okay, about, it said a poor man in a city, and he had a whole entire kingdom, a small city, try to take the city down with this poor man. Ecclesiastes 9, which is in the Old Testament of the Bible. And this poor, humble man, call him poor man, overthrew this huge kingdom. It didn't say how. It didn't need to say how. Because even though he was seemingly one individual, it said he received wisdom when he was under the sun. And that's when I think I told you wisdom is more powerful than strength. That wisdom, okay? You are not to be feared. You are not to be in fear when you are being seemingly threatened. I told you guys anyway, you need to be operating on higher dimensions anyway, so that stuff is not even coming to you. However, the more you do your work, the more powerful you are. Listen, stop being afraid of who's watching your channel, who's listening to you. Like they listen, these energies see you, they know you. I tell you guys, it's not a joke. You have your aura, the light is so bright. I had a man tell me back in 2012, no joke, in Virginia, there's a city called Suffolk. I have no filter tonight, y'all, so whatever. There's a city called Suffolk. In the middle of Suffolk, Virginia, there's a huge forest called I don't know what the hell it's called, the something forest. Scary ass forest. Like, this is for real. Matter of fact, no, it was like, my daughter wasn't born yet. It was like 2007. And he told me, now I was like in the church at the time, okay? So he told me that, why you talk about telling this? And he said, dead ass serious. And he said, we go to the forest that night and we come out of our skin. This is real story. And we fly over houses, and there are some houses that have bright lights. And we go over the house and we pray over their energy. And we eat their something. Okay. And he said to me, have you ever woken up and felt really tired or feel really drained or felt angry and didn't know why? I'm so serious, guys. And I was like, this demon warlock, what the hell? I didn't know then. I didn't know what he was saying to me then. I know now. So you might as well speak your truth, because you don't have to say a word. You just have to show up. And your auric energy, that light around you is already going to shine. You spiritual human, you spiritual being. That's why they show pictures of in the Catholic Church, they have pictures of and we won't get into that whole Jesus thing. Like, you guys need to know better. Like, just don't get caught up in some of the falseness and the lostness of it. But that's why they show images of with like a yellow like globe around it, like light. That is the auric energy. As you ascend, as you start leveling up spiritually, your auric energy shines bright. And there are energies that literally feed off of you. Now, what he was telling is that we wait until you sleep. Because when you're sleeping, you're going through certain dimensions. And there's a dimension where you are the most vulnerable. And they know that. And they can get you, feed off of you in that dimension, then they will do that. You guys know me, you know I speak truth. So I'm telling you this. Okay? So you might as well just speak the truth and stop being scared to say stuff. Oh, I can't say COVID. I can't say this word because then they're gonna know that. Who cares? Know who I am. Know who I am. As I told you last video, they can't do you on a mission. You can't be taken down until your mission is accomplished, period. So try all you want. Okay. So when I'm saying try it, do it, speak your truth, see how protected you are. I'm telling you that because this weekend there have been a couple of well, let's talk about this one. There was a spiritual attack on me. These niggas be trying. And let me tell you, it was 2 children who warned me. Children, because I love children. Adults and but children, I rock with children. Like, we have fun. And so a 12-year-old was the first one to tell me something. And he said something wasn't right. I'll tell you exactly what it was. He said, I see lights in the sky. And I said, what are you talking? I don't see the lights. He said, right there, there's a light. And right there, it's like lightning. And I'm like, I don't see, like, honey, I don't see the lights. I don't see what you're talking about. And he kept pointing. And I was like, I said to him, you must be seeing into a different dimension. And he looked at me and said, no, they're there. He said, I think we should leave. Okay. We were at the beach somewhere. And then my daughter, I wanted to go to the water. We're at the beach. I wanted to go to the water. And as we're walking, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the sand starts kicking up. Like big, like it was crazy. It was like a reverse tsunami. Like it was coming towards the water. And my daughter, who's just turned 14, she said, it's a warning, mommy. We have to leave now. We have to go. And I was just like, okay. Because here's the thing. When children talk, I listen. They're vibrating much higher than me. They can hear much better to me. I better listen to your children. Y'all better listen to your children. Because they will warn you. They will tell you stuff. They will tell you stuff. They will see stuff that you don't see. They will tell you stuff that you don't hear. A lot of your children are your elders that came back to help you on your path. So listen to them. Don't just discount them. So she said to me, I think it's a warning, mommy. We need to go back. And I said, are you sure? She said, something is saying it's time to go. I can go to the ocean another day. I don't need to do it. Let's go. We started walking. Mind you, again, beautiful, clear night, everything. And as we were leaving from this place, it started to rain. And so I never frown upon rain. I always feel rain is like this high vibrational energy. I love when the water comes. It's there to cleanse. I love how the earth smells. But when it started raining, I started feeling like energies like moving. And I was unsteady. I was very unsteady, like what is going on, okay? I wasn't protected like I needed to be, physically protected like I needed to be. And so when I got back, it was a 2-hour drive. We got back to our hotel and everything. And I had a dream. I had a dream that went into astral travel. And I'm not going to get into all that happened, but essentially, someone tried to set me up. Because they be trying. Like, y'all mad? Y'all mad? Y'all mad? Tried to set me up. But when I tell you guys need to know who you are, you need to know that you have a spiritual team behind you, and you need to know who's in your circle. That's why I deal with children, because I had 2 children like protecting me. I was walking in the rain. These 2 kids was like, let's go. Like, we got your back. They're like this tall. I'm 5'9". They're like 5 feet. Like, we got your back. Let's go. Let's go to the car. Children have my back. Do you understand? So in the dream, I was showing that I was about to be set up. I was showing the whole thing, the whole process. Okay. And then I was just like, damn, like this, like, are you like that really? Like, what? I was angry. I was upset, angry. Like, I'm off my guard here. And I saw it was all these classrooms and students were coming out. And I was like, my students, like I can't get caught up in this because I have this stuff I have to teach. There's work I have to do. Okay. And as soon as the captors got me and took me outside, let me pause. As soon as they got me out of the building that I was in, my first thing was my mission work, my students, my, whoever I have to teach and help guide. Like, I can't just leave them. As soon as I got out, I was surrounded by these four male, masculine entities, one of whom is someone I recognize, an ancestor. And they started telling me stuff. And they was like, we got your back. Be vigilant, but we got your back. They can't do shit to you. And then I was taken to another dimension and I was told more stuff. And then I was told something about someone else, another spiritual teacher, who I'm not going to name a name of that person, and how that spiritual teacher was also being trying to be set up to be attacked, excuse me. But ain't nothing happening to you. You protected. Okay. Now, mind you, I told you I was in a hotel room. All right. And so as I'm being given this information, it was like 9 something in the morning. I was sleeping. And you know how, like, if you're in a hotel room and like the housekeeping will come in and they'll like open the door and be like, oh, I'm sorry, they'll come out. That didn't happen. It was like this, somebody like, boom, like try to force himself through the door like twice, boom, boom. And I was shaking up out of my sleep. And I was just like, oh, y'all try to get me. I remembered what that guy said about them seeing the lights on people and how they try to get the people in that vulnerable space. Now, I was between sleep and wake. There's a space. There's a 4th dimensional space where you're vulnerable. And they were trying to get me in that space. And I was like, y'all tried it. Y'all really tried it. But I saw how protected I was. I met with these 4 male entities, and they told me so much. They shared so much information. Then there was this woman entity, okay, on a ship, y'all, that was telling me more stuff about myself and what I had to do and about this person and that and all the stuff that's going on right now. And I was soaking it all up. And this entity saw my aura, saw the light, and tried to come for me. But I'm protected. Do you understand, guys? I'm sharing this to tell you all that you will be threatened. Don't be scared. You have to know. You have to know who you are. You have to know who has your back. You have to call on those that have your back. You better believe I was like, Malcolm, I'm about to teach tonight. You got my back? He was like, go for it. He did this. You got this. I'm with you. I got your back. Right on my right side, I got your back. With all these other energies that got my back. So you will come under spiritual attack. You will come under physical attack. That's absolute fact. You're a spiritual human. Like, what you think? You think these powers that were just going to let you go by? That's why I said be mindful. Because there's some spiritual teachers that are cool with some of these beings. They're I'm not trying to be cool with none of y'all none of y'all. I don't care who popular, millions of dollars you have. That means nothing to me. A couple people have asked me to be on their show or something. It was just like, no, I don't care about none of that. I'm not doing this to be famous. I didn't ask. Melanie just didn't really want to do this shit anyway. This is what my work that I have to do. Melanie wants to chill. Like Melanie wants to chill, be in full Leo lazy mode and chill. I want to be on a beach somewhere, in the Caribbean, in a forest somewhere. I want to chill, like for real. I want to chill, but that's not what I'm here to do. But I understand my mission, so I don't care about your monies and your your platform. I don't give a shit about any of that. So I really don't care. You guys have to be so fortified in who you are that you're not moved by these things. I see people get caught up all the time in human stuff, and it's this false reality. Let me get back. So you will be threatened because you need to know how protected you are. Mm. Mm. Oh, man. So whichever one of you are being threatened with your children right now, because there are a few of you who are having, there are a few of you, I just see children used as an instrument to attack you. Okay. And it's your children and you love your children, and they're being used to, like, if you don't do this, you can't get your child. Do what is righteous. Do what is right. Don't fall for that. You are protected. Understand that your children are part of this. They are protected. Okay? Don't be in a fear place. And it's not, I see men. So it's not even like it's a woman losing their children. It's like men. Know who you are, and know that your children know who you are, and know that you're protected, and know this is part of the shaking, because you have to be proven to be steady right now. You have to be proven that I'm not going to budge. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie on no court documents. I'm not going to do anything that is unrighteous. I'm going to stay steady on my path and steady with who I am. Do you understand? Thank you. Yes, it is a test. It is a test. You have to be tested. And I'm going to go into that. I wrote 6 pages of like just bullet points of what I wanted to talk about, and I'm on page 1.5. But these are tests. You have to be tested. You have to be proven. Okay. And you have to be steady. You cannot be out here fighting spiritual warfare and doing things if you're weak and you're scared. I was listening to I don't even know where this came from. Professor Griff. You guys know Professor Griff? Who he was attacked. They tried to burn his house down, poison him. You know, all of our teachers who were speaking truth were threatened. Okay. And I lost my train of thought. If I find the video, I will. I don't know where I saw the video or where I heard him talking. I lost my train of thought, guys. That happens. I just went somewhere else. I just saw stuff. Okay. If it comes back, it'll come back. Yes, they tried to poison him. Yes. Yes, fight the power, Professor Griff. I forgot what I was saying before I mentioned his name. What was I saying, y'all? I forgot. I'm trying to keep myself grounded. Okay. I'm not naming no people. If I say someone's name, is because I'm assured in them. But you guys know I don't really talk about a lot of people, because why? I don't know. I just don't. What was I talking about with him? Because I want to share this with you guys, and I lost it. And it's crazy because I saw it today, like out the blue, and I saw him speaking today. And I can't remember what it was, but if it comes back, it comes back. Exactly. Thank you, DT. Thank you. Thank you. So let's talk about this cosmic energy that we've been under, because as I tell you guys, and I say this and I'm gonna keep saying this because I was watching part of my last video and somebody asked a couple of times, so does this apply for sidereal astrology? And here's what I have to say to you. There are three main types of astrology. Here's a reality. Truth is truth. So we deal in spiritual energy. We deal in spiritual knowing. The astrology is the tool part of it. It is the part that helps us, that is our assistant. It is not our everything. Do you understand? We are not under the astrology. It can't be, because when we are outside of this planet, it's all different. I keep telling y'all, the planets are not what y'all think they are. The moon is not what you think it is. Okay? So we can't possibly be underneath that as a system. Those systems are tools for us. And I don't care what it is. I have proven it so many times. Somebody came on live last year and I was talking about Libra energy, and they were like, well, sidereal says we're in Virgo. And I said, it doesn't matter. Because if we take this from sidereal and this from Western, it's still the same. So don't get caught up in that. These are tools that we have to use. So for real, technically, we're like Leo energy, and somehow some systems started already. Some is starting this weekend. In some systems Leo energy started, right? But in others we're still in Cancer. It doesn't matter, because here's the truth. There is this energy, this Cancer energy is still here. That's what we're talking about, the spiritual, and I'm going to get into that. So we Ben Clap, you can't be out here fighting wars if you're weak and scared. I mentioned Professor. I still don't remember what he said. I'm going to see if I can look at my YouTube history and find the video, because it was just randomly playing. Like there was Malcolm X's random, like just like my phone was just doing its own thing, and it was Malcolm X was randomly playing. Then what is his name? Brother was it not Muhammad? What was his name? Khalid Muhammad was randomly playing, and then Professor Griff came on, and I was just like, what's happening to my phone? But I will, if I can find it, I'll rewatch it and I will share that with you guys later. But let me continue. So when we hit the Gemini season, that's when I think I talked about the moon, and I did a new moon and a full moon lesson, I believe. We literally hit this energy of, again, we're dealing with spiritual energy. We have to understand the spiritual energy, and we have to understand that the way that the stars, the way that we view them from here, which is Western, how we are viewing them from here, how it affects us here. We have to use that as tools, okay? So when we hit this Gemini energy, a lot of you guys are going through this chaos thing, this push and pull thing. And so what it was is you having understanding of the spiritual you versus the physical you, right? And I spoke a little bit about that and balancing that. How do you balance that? A lot of you were seeing the number 22, 222 everywhere, okay? There was a balance that had to happen, but that was essentially a gateway, okay? Are you ready? Do you really have this understanding of what the spiritual you is versus the physical you, okay? So that was the Gemini energy we went into. And then we hit, like, I feel like my whole entire, like, my heart chakra, like, we hit Mama's domain, okay? This mother energy domain. And she came heavy. Last year, she came heavy, like, what's going on, okay? This year, she came heavy with, y'all better get y'all stuff together, okay? And the energy was heavily on focusing on you. Remember, I did that whole live where I said, for example, the Capricorn, Cancer, and Taurus energy, forget everyone else, focus on you, nurture yourself. So a lot of it was nurturing yourself, focusing on you at this time. Okay. With that, as if that wasn't enough, Venus was doing the most. Venus was like, I'm going to square with you, and I'm going to conjunct you, and I'm going to do this in retrograde with you. Venus was doing all this stuff, which said to us that it was all about relationships. And I told you guys, remember I said this? I said, pay attention to your relationships. Some of them are going to end. Some of them will be created, but relationships was a big thing. But you don't have to do the work. Let it happen for you. Okay? Let it happen for you. On this journey, when you are focused on self, when you are focused on doing your work, everything outside tends to fall into place. So if the relationship wasn't for you, it was going to end. And a lot of times you're like, what just happened? Why are we breaking up? I didn't even, okay. For real? And you were left like in a place of shock. But if you remembered what I said, you were like, this is supposed to happen at this time. Okay? I said everything gets exposed. Venus was in Mercury. That's what it was. Venus was in Mercury. So everything was to get exposed. People couldn't help it. People had to speak their truth. And I said, speak your truth. Be in this water energy, this flowing energy. Speak your truth. Be in your truth. And when you do that, that's when the exposure happens. You don't got to do nothing. And that happened, listen, in the past week, I've spoken to 4 people that have told me stuff with regards to relationships. Marital relationships, boyfriend-girlfriend relationships, friendships, okay? Like some crazy stuff. And they're like, Melanie, you wouldn't believe this, but ... And I'm like, I believe it. I knew this. I told you guys this, okay? Because when you put yourself first, when you set up your boundaries and when you're like, I'm not going to be able to do that because I got to do me first. I got to deal with me first, right? That's when they get mad. They get angry. And it comes out and you're like, who was this person that I knew for 20 years? Like, what the heck? Okay. So we're in that energy. We are now in this energy, you guys are dealing with it. Look at this. Wow. So you guys are confirming this in the chat. Let me see in the chat. You guys say if you dealt with any type of relationship things, friends, spouses, lovers, children, just type yes in the chat. Like it was some shocking stuff. Because I said you didn't have to do no letting go ceremonies, no cutting cord ceremonies. You people just cut themselves out, okay? Who just like bounced on you, okay? So you guys were dealing with this. Wow. And this is why I tell you guys, stop thinking that I'm alone in this. Like, look at all these people that's like, yes, this was me. Yes, 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 yes. You're not alone. You're not alone in this, okay? Immediate family. Oh my gosh. All right. Whew. Serving silence. Let them be silent. They mad. They angry. You be happy. You still in the midst of it, Jersey Dread? Okay. Okay. So now y'all, you guys see. You guys, ooh, 222 thumbs up. 222 likes. Listen, truth is truth is truth is truth. Truth is truth is truth all day. Okay. So we are now in this, We are now in, it's okay to be hurt. It's okay to be hurt. I told you guys, be hurt, cry, be mad, like get your feelings out. Go find a tree. Go find a tree and tell the tree, go out, get in some water, speak to your spirit team. Tell your spirit team, this is effed up that y'all doing this to me. Like this, I didn't want this. Like, talk to your spirit team like that. Okay? Like express that. Don't let that in. Don't keep that in, because this has to come out. You have to know who you are. You have to know who's around you at this time. I'm telling you guys, okay? All right? You have to start vibrating at a certain place where you start bringing in people that vibrate with you, your true soul family. All right? Okay. So we are in, thank you for the likes, guys. Yes, Yasmin. Go to the waters and tell Oshun. Tell Oshun. Just tell. I'll be telling everybody. I have my tree. I'll be telling her like this, and just I be talking to my plants. Okay. You can do that. You be good. You'll be good. You don't need to, there's no such, don't ever, that is not your job to mend a relationship. It is your job to be on your soul mission. That's your job, not to mend relationships. Okay? Relationships will be mended or ended. They will be fixed or nixed. Okay? You don't have to worry about how that's going to take place. You just stay on your path. I'm telling you, people will be snatched out of your life and you'll be like, what the heck? Where did they go? What happened? All right. And then people come into your life and you'd be like, well, where were you my whole life? Like, damn, like, how do we connect so deeply? Okay. Okay, let's continue. So we're in this mama energy domain right now. And we talked about Gemini. We talked about what that was. You guys trying to figure out the spiritual, the physical. That part was challenging. Okay. Those that came through that and was like, I'm a spiritual being. I'm about this. Okay. Cancer came and was like, I'm cleaning house, cleaning everything out. That Kali Ma energy. Destroying everything that's bad. Okay? That big mama energy came in and was like, who messing with you? Oh, for next, they out. Okay? That's the energy that's what's here. That cleansing, that purification, that water, tsunami, that washing it all clean. Okay? Here's what's happening next. Here's what's happening next. We are going into this Leo. We're going into this Leo exposure energy. Let me listen, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now, stuff is about to really be exposed, like for real. And it has to be. Because and let me break this down in astrology terms. We're in this mama domain. And if you think about the astrological crosses, you have cardinal, fixed, and mutable. Cancer is cardinal. Cancer basically sets the stage. Okay, so this Cancer Kali Ma, if you don't know what I mean by Kali Ma, is a deity, an energy out of to be basic, like Indian pantheon. Okay, it's so we won't get too much into that. But that energy came in to cleanse stuff. Get rid of this relationship, get rid of that, get rid of this, you stop doing this, cleansing stuff. Okay? Okay, spiritual cleansing. That's why I said there's a lot of healing that you had to go through. Let it come up. Let this healing come up. Let these feelings come up. Let these emotions come up. You have to feel it. You're being cleansed. You're being healed. You have to be. Okay? Because what happens next, what we're about to walk into, is this Leo sun energy. Now, here's the thing. There's no cutoff. Spirit told me that. I was in the bathroom and I was just like, well, what's the dates? And Spirit was like, the dates? We in this energy, and so there's no solid like it's the 19th, it's the 21st. We don't do that. Okay. So we're still in that cleansing energy. We haven't hit this Leo energy yet. I don't know when it's gonna hit. When it hits, you're gonna know it. Because who's coming through with that is Sekhmet. Y'all know Sekhmet? She don't play. Straight fire. She don't play. She's here to, everyone is getting exposed. All truth is coming out. Fire upon them. What the Rastas do, they do like fire upon them. Fire. Everything's getting purified. Exposure. Every stuff getting burnt up, burnt down, all kinds of stuff. Because she don't give up. Sekhmet is not, her energy is not like, well, and there are many different stories about where her energy is contained, what's going on with her. But she's the one. You gotta. You guys remember that video back in the day? No, Starkeisha. Like, you gotta hold her back. That's lion roar in that feminine energy. Okay. The cardinal sets the plan. The cardinal is like, here's the plan. So we have cardinal, fixed, mutable. Cardinal is like, okay, I'm the leader. This is the plan. That's what we're gonna do. The fixed energy is like, they're the executors. The cardinal sets the plan. The fixed energy is the executors. That's why all fixed energy is like wild out energy, right? Leo, right? Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, like those are the crazy ones of the zodiac. You mess with those four if you want. Those are the fixed energies. They not backing down. You got to hold them back. You got to hold that energy back. You mess with a Taurus's family. Oh, you mess with a Scorpio, period. The Taurus is the bull. Those horns come out. You be smashed to pieces. You mess with a Scorpio. Scorpios, I'll keep stinging your ass until you are nothingness. You mess with an Aquarius will mind you. Be in a crazy house. Leo, the roar. When a lion roars in the jungle, it's a wrap. Everyone's like, oh shit, because the lion's not gonna roar all the time. When it does, it's like, everybody stand down. Something's not right. So we're about to enter that energy. That's fixed. The fixed is like, all right, Cardinals, y'all set the stage. We got this. We're gonna do this. And then we go into Virgo energy, more feminine energy. And she's like, I'm a Virgo's like, let Leo do the hard work. I'm just gonna make sure that we maintain it. That it's maintained. Because Leo's crazy. That Cancer energy just told Leo, I'm cleansing house. I need you to go in and wreck shit up. And let Virgo be on a maintenance committee. That the mutable energy maintains it. Okay? That's the we're in, family. We about to hit this. I'm telling you, there's stuff that's about to go down. There's stuff that's about to be exposed. Look up at the skies. Just look around. Look past stuff. There's going to be distractions. I can't wait for the distractions. These distractions are going to be funny as hell. They're going to be real funny and real stupid. You're going to be like, yo, they real whack with this. They picked this celebrity, this drama. And I keep telling y'all that all these celebrities that you think is woke and stuff, man, they are part of the powers that were. They like their money. You gonna pay? Did y'all see? DreamWatch posted video with Juvenile. Remember them back that thing up, and they had a whole thing. Vax that thing. Let me take a pause on that. Vax that thing up. I was like, this is a joke. Cause I'm like, like Gmod's, he be playing around. He be joking with some stuff sometimes. Like, he's funny. He a funny dude, right? He's just funny. He's just a fun dude. So I was like, this somehow he must have put this together because he'd be doing graphic stuff and whatnot. So I'm like, he had to like have put this together because this ain't real. This ain't really real. Juvenile? And what's this other one? Little baby? I forgot his name. For real? These are some hood dudes with some girls in the background, like backs that thing up. Like, are you serious? Listen, be prepared for the distractions. Laugh that shit off and keep it moving. Keep doing your work because they coming. They are coming because the powers that be are behind closed doors. Like, what the is going on? What we gonna do? We about to lose all our fake money, all our fiat. The royal family in London is like, oh my gosh, Harry and Meghan, and they just blowing shit up. Like we all exposed. Like it's pure chaos in London. There someone in UK sent me a video about the people in UK rioting and stuff, and I was like, what's happening over there? Like, what is going on? So be prepared. Know that this is about to go down. You are in your knowing. So when it happens, be like, oh, I knew that. I have understanding of why. What is the understanding? Because this has to happen. This has to happen, family. Okay? And then that Virgo energy is going to keep it going. Pass the torch. Libra, you try to balance all this craziness out. Okay? Okay. Understand that the powers that were, if you all watched The Matrix. So do you remember, let's Matrix 1, when Neo, the regular dude, he don't know who he is. He following a white rabbit. He don't know who he is. And those, what are they called? Not the misters, the agents. They were coming after him, and he's just like, yo, what the like, I'm just like, I'm nobody. He doesn't even know who he is. He went to Oracle, and she's like, if you don't know who you are, I can't tell you who you are. He doesn't know who he is, and he's being chased by these agents because they know who he is. This is what I'm talking about. You guys, you need to know who you are. Some of you don't know who you are yet, or you say you know, or you act like you know, you think you need to know who you are. Look at your enemies coming after you. And he was protected. He had a team. He don't even know none of these people. He had a whole team protecting him. They was waiting for him. He knew not one of them. And it was like, you the one. We got your back. We want to die for you. How many of them died? Like 3? 3 died trying to protect Neo, who didn't know who the hell he was. But when he found out who he was, them third dimensional bullets wasn't doing nothing to him. He was like, oh, shoot, these aren't even real. Like, what is this book? It wasn't real. Y'all all fake. Y'all part of this illusion. Well, let me tell you this. And I love listening to Sister Myra talk, because she be breaking down the Matrix. She be breaking it down. I'm talking to a bunch of Neos tonight. So when I tell you that the powers that were are scared, when you had all those agents after one dude who didn't know who he was, and you have a whole collective of people that's like, yo, I know who I am. Oh, they don't know what to do. You have to recognize your power. You have to recognize the distraction. Stop getting distracted by the lady in the red dress. Stop getting distracted by the nonsense and the parties and the functions and all kinds of stuff. I'm not saying don't enjoy your life. Like, shit, I enjoy my stuff. I have fun all the time. I'm not saying that. I'm saying stop getting distracted. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not real. What's real is you. What's real is you knowing who you are, being fully empowered in who you are, and recognizing all the nonsense that surrounds you. Like, oh, that's a distraction. Who gives a two? I don't care. I care about that person, that basketball player. Oh my gosh, Kanye divorced Kim Kardashian. Good. Good for him. Who gives a don't care. Do not care what happens to his kids. I don't care about any of that stuff. I don't care about none of that stuff. There are people arguing over, smart, intelligent people arguing over, was the slave trade real? Are we really from Africa? Are we really from here? Who cares? Before there was an Africa, before there was an America, we were here anyway. We were here anyway. Why are you fighting over that? That's what your fight is? You beefing with each other over that nonsense? You really fighting with each other over that? One of y'all's an agent. One of y'all's an agent. Because for real, spiritual humans who really, like, when you really see shit, you're just like, man, I don't have time for that. You may address it, but it's like, I really don't have time. There's a whole battle going on. There's a bunch of ships, spaceships and stuff in the sky. Like, there are stuff happening in other realms, and y'all want to argue over, are we originally from Africa or the Americas? Like, somebody sent me an email and they was like, Melanie, you one of those fake spiritual people because you're not proud of being Black, because you spoke of your I spoke about my grandmother being Cherokee. Hell yes, I'm proud of my grandmother. Yes, my grandmother is a full-blood Cherokee. Yes, I'm proud of my family. But don't you accuse me of not being proud that I'm like, listen, I be out in the sun all the time. I understand melanin and your melanin. I'm not gonna argue with you because you mad. You mad. I'm not coming to your channel to debate with you because you angry. I don't care. I don't care. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Anyway, we're going to use this. We're going to use our astrology as a tool to help us. Not to fight, not to debate. Care. You don't even care about that. Like, we are spiritual beings. We are greater than that. Okay. Write this down. People be for real mad. Like, what y'all like? Let me go to sleep. Sometimes I wake up, I'd be so upset because I'm like, man, I'm dealing with some real hitters on the spiritual. I gotta come back to this bullshit sometimes. Like, what the? Why am I here? Like, oh my god, like this is the most down here. Sometimes, like, it's the most. And I know some of y'all feel like that. Like, it's the most. Like, why? You know, I love sleeping. I love taking naps. I purposely be like, okay, I want to talk to such and such. I want to see what's going on in this dimension. I want information on this. I purposely be doing that. And then I wake up and it's like, okay, back to work. Back to work. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I recognize who I am. I love my job, my mission work. I'm good at it. I'm good with it. We're going to keep on moving. Okay. As Floor says, I still haven't found the continent of Black yet. It's all around. It's in the ethers. Oh my gosh. Peace, Alicia. Okay. It is important, everyone. I want you all to write this down. If you want to, you can if you want. um, know your power to be able to step up to your power. So Sister Myra was talking about, she did a video, her first video coming back into lecturing a couple of months ago. I think it was April. And the title was Stepping Up to Your Spiritual Powers. You need to know your power. So again, write this down. Know your power to be able to step up to your power. Okay? You have to know your power. You just do. Okay? Excuse me. Thank you, Danny, for typing in the chat. Thank you, Positive Vibes. Know your power to be able to step up to your power. Okay? Again, you need to know this because the powers that were, their job is to intimidate you. Okay? However, you were, and it's important to understand, everyone should have their natal charts printed out. Do not pay for one. Excuse me. I'm not saying do not pay for natal chart reading. I'm saying do not pay for natal chart. You can go to cafe.astro. I don't know, astro.cafe. I don't know what it is. I think it's cafe.astrology or astro.cafe astrology. You can go there. You can go to what's the other one? That's the one I like because it makes it really basic. But there's another one. Thank you, Cafe Astrology. Yeah. Thank you, Danny. That's it. That's the link. Danny has the link. There's that one. There's a fake one that looks like that one. You want to click on that one that's in the link. astro.cafeastrology.com/natal. AstroSeek is the other one. So AstroSeek is another one. However, some people go on AstroSeek and they get lost because it's really good, but there's a lot of information in there. You may need some guidance with that. But that one that Danny typed in the chat, that's the one that you want to type in. Do not type in Cafe Astrology. Type in astro.cafeastrology.com. Print out your natal chart. It is free. Print it out. You want to look at something called Chiron, which is negative, which is in retrograde. And I may go live and talk about that, maybe on Instagram. I'm not sure. But find out what your Chiron is in, because that is called the wounded healer. And that is where you as a child were most wounded. Okay. So I'll give you an example. For me, mine is in Taurus, which is, we talked about Taurus being, moral, righteous. And so as a child, that's where a lot of my wounding came in, where I was attacked a lot with was righteous. I was in church, like getting in trouble all the time because I would say, well, that's not right. That's not good. That's not. And it's like, who are you to judge that? But that is the energy that I came in to do. I came in to expose truth, and I was exposing truth. And I was told, you're wrong, Melanie. That's bad. Be quiet. Sit down. You're a know-it-all. Blah, 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 blah. I was wounded in that. It's not retrograde. Okay. So a lot of those things are coming to surface right now. Okay. So whatever that thing is, you will be intimidated. Is something that still to this day, unless you've done a lot of work with that, there's some intimidation there. Okay. So you will be intimidated. I'm telling you that right now. Family, friends, your jobs. Woo. How many of you has your job said, if you don't get the shot, you fired? Let me tell you this. Last week I was going to the gym and I took a Lyft. And I was in the car with this guy. And he had his seat had like the Knicks on it, and so nobody represents the Knicks unless you're from New York, because like the Knicks, only people from New York. We have this thing with our sports teams. So the fact that he had the Knicks on the back seat of his car, I knew he was from New York. So I said, "Where you from?" I said, "What borough are you from?" So he was like, "What?" I said, "What borough? Bronx, Brooklyn, what borough?" So he was like, "Oh, I'm from Brooklyn. How you know?" And I said, "You have a Knicks like jersey on the back of your seat. Like nobody walks around with Knicks jerseys." So we were talking, and he proceeded to tell me that he worked for I forgot how many years at Hampton University. I'm calling out names today. I don't even care. And how they sent out a mass email saying, if you don't get vaccinated, you are gonna be fired. So he was like, "Yo, I'm healthy. He does some sort of martial arts." He was like, I don't never get sick. I eat a healthy diet, a plant-based diet. He was going on and on and on. He was like, "I'm not getting that shot." Like they experimented. We at Hampton University, like y'all know about the experiments on Black people. So he was like, "Yo, they should know how we experimented against. Like, I'm not getting that vaccine." And then he told me that he went to work, I guess a couple weeks ago. This was last week I saw him. And there was a letter in his mailbox. And the letter was basically a termination letter. And he was like, "Yo, I gave years to the school. And they can just fire me like that?" He's like, "Yo, that broke my heart." He said, "I don't even want to be in this area anymore. Like, I'm moving out of Virginia because I'm so disgusted by this." He's like, "How could they do that?" And I said, "The crazy thing is that you would have gotten a vaccination for a company that was so easy to dismiss you and not even consider your years of dedication. That's what's crazy about it. Like, look at the flip side of it. So I'm happy you didn't do it because they didn't give a shit about you in the first place." Okay? So you will be intimidated. I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you have a job and they're telling you like you have to get the vaccine shot or not, there are large organizations that have ways that you can get around it. One of them is Nation of Islam. Go to noi.org. I don't know if it's /vaccine. See what they got going on. There are brothers, Nation of Islam brothers in the streets with the final call newspapers with information saying, "Do not take this vaccine. There's ways out of it." Okay. There's the Hebrew Israelites. You don't have to be part of these religions, and they don't care if you're part of the religions or not. They're like, "We don't want Black people getting this vaccine." You find I don't know information about them. Find some of these groups. Ask someone, how can you get waivers not to take these vaccines? Because you will be intimidated with even your job. Okay. You'll be there. I know people in the medical field that there are people coming in sick with symptoms, and they're like, "We don't know how to treat them." You know what? Listen, you know what's being attacked, guys? Guess who's being attacked the most? People coming in with the most issues, their heart. Mm, that's a whole nother topic, because that heart chakra is how we ascend, and people's hearts are being attacked. Their circulatory system, blood clots, all kinds of things. And the hospitals don't know what the hell to do because, number one, it's not even a vaccine. Scientifically speaking, if you look at the definition, it's not really a vaccine. Okay. And you have these celebrities talking about, "I got my shot." You don't know what they got. They probably got saline in their arms and got a check, a bag of money, a Birkin bag full of money to tell you to get something that they're not trying to do. They behind closed doors, like, "I ain't getting that shit. I'm not doing that, but I'll tell you to do it." For some, there was a mayor. Was it Mayor? What's the mayor or the governor of New York? This dude. Let me tell you, this dude I had the audacity to be on TV talking about, "I got my free French fries. I got my chicken sandwich. Got my shot." Like, who you appealing to? "Got my free donut." Who you think they targeting? Chicken? Yo, you couldn't yo, how fucking racist is that shit? They might as well be like eating my watermelon. You know what I'm saying? Eating my fried chicken wing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Got my free bowl of collard greens from Popeyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all serious with that? Like, y'all that bold with that? Like, why you who know your enemy? Why they coming so hard at certain people? Think, think. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is not real. This is one of them fake actor. He was actually on a news conference, like French fries. Got my hand. Like, are you kidding me? Yo, they be trying it. They be trying it. Y'all better not fall for that. Y'all bet not fall for that. Y'all better not be like, oh damn, I can get a free Popeyes chicken sandwich. I'm gonna get some cold ass French fries. He don't eat no French fries. He probably spit that out and went home to his house in the hills and had arugula salad. How about that? Because that's how they really be eating. Oh my gosh. Listen, their job is to intimidate you. Don't you dare be intimidated. Don't you dare be intimidated. Don't you dare be intimidated. Now you try to knock on people's doors. Y'all gonna knock on people's doors to tell them to take the vaccine, and there's a whole script. If the person says no, if the person doesn't answer, like y'all come to my door, come to my door, come to my door, and you will see. Don't play. Their job is to intimidate you. Write these 3 things down. The 3 tactics they will use to intimidate you: doubt, because you're gonna doubt who you are. Do not doubt who you are. Know thyself. Know who you are. Do not doubt who you are. Number 2, fear. They're going to use fear. If you don't get this, then you may get COVID. Okay, yeah, and 99% of people that get it survive. That's the statistic. Shit, more people were dying from the flu. Fear. Well, the rate of Black people that die from it, blah blah blah. Well, damn, y'all wasn't concerned with the rate of Black women dying of breast cancer, the disproportionate amount of Black women dying from breast cancer, or the high numbers of people in the Black community with diabetes. Y'all wasn't concerned about that. Y'all wasn't so y'all all hyped up about this for me to take a shot that you don't even know what it does. Come on. They will use fear. I've been telling you guys, when you're vibrating high, when you are vibrating high, you on dimensions that they can't you like this. They can't touch you. They can't, like Lil' Kim. They can't touch you. They can't touch you. Drink your herbs. Be out in nature. Be in a high vibrational space. Read, study, meditate. Don't be fearful of something like that. You have healers. There are healers. Some of you are healers. You sick? I told you, Zoe Essentials has a whole entire certified herbalist. Like her mission is to heal people. Email her. It don't cost nothing to send her an email and say, I have this issue. What herb should I take? She's not just going to tell you to buy stuff from Zoe Essentials. She will tell you stuff that Zoe Essentials doesn't sell. She'll tell you, this is what you should be eating. This is what you should be doing. Go outside in the sun. That's what she does for free. Get a book. Layla Africa wrote like 6 books. Get his books. So yeah, if you vibrating low because you eating pork and all kinds of low vibrational, no zero energy, negative vibrational energy stuff in your body, yeah, you're susceptible to stuff. Be fearful of that. Be fearful of, whatever low vibrational attack will come to you because of that. Number 3, the third thing is guilt. So the job is to intimidate you using doubt, fear, and guilt. Guilt. You feeling guilty about something. Everyone else is doing it. I feel bad. All my daughter's kids are going back to school and she's not. Everyone got the shot. Let me tell you, when they were giving out the HPV shots for kids, this was back in 2000 and I don't know, 7 something. And my daughter's school said that she needed to have it to go into middle school. I was like, hell to the no. Because I was at Rutgers University back in 1996 when they were I tell you no lie. All the Black girls, because Rutgers had a free clinic. If you're a student, you can go to the clinic for free. All the Black girls, like, we didn't go to clinic, like, in the hood, like, you didn't know, like, for real. You didn't know, like, to go see a gynecologist. Like, that's just something that we did. So we in college now, we get a free gynecologist and stuff. It was this, all the Black girls are being told you have cancer. And they wanted to do a laparoscopy on their uterus to take out a piece of their womb. Not even lying. Black girls in campus were going crazy over it. And then there was one, I never forget, she was a professor and also a doctor in the College Ave campus clinic. And I was questioning her about some things. And she said, well, there's this new virus that we're researching called the human papilloma virus. And I was like, well, what is that? We're not really sure. It's a bunch of different viruses together. And we think it came about in the 70s. Like, it was created. I said, created by who? If you Google the human papilloma virus, you will see that Rutgers University discovered it. But they didn't just listen. I'm telling you this because I was there. I'm telling you this because I had 2 roommates that came crying saying that they have cancer. And I said, you don't have cancer? What the hell? They want to do some incision on their womb to do some testing on them. I said, don't you dare do that. Don't you dare do that. It's for some made up virus. So when in 2007, 8, when my daughter's school was like, in order for her to go to middle school, she got to get this shot. I was like, hell to the no, because I was there when they discovered it. I knew what that was all about. So I don't care if all her friends got the shot and she doesn't have it. And her friends like, well, they said you're going to get cervical cancer. I didn't feel not 1 ounce of guilt. Don't you feel no ounce of guilt about you doing what's right for you or your family? Do you understand? Don't feel 1 ounce of guilt for nothing, because that is what will be used to intimidate you. Do you understand? Don't feel guilty about your job. All of you teachers that are out there, I feel for all you teachers because you have to get the shot in order to keep your jobs. That's what they're telling you. You feel guilty. I'm going to leave my students. I'm going to leave my community. Don't you feel guilty? This is why you have to have knowing. You need to have information. You need to have understanding behind this information so you can be empowered. Knowing, right? Understanding and power. So that they are going to use 3 tactics to intimidate you: doubt, fear, and guilt. And you will be tested. You will be tested. I tell my students every week we'll have a lesson. I'll say, well, I just taught y'all something. So we're doing chakra work for the last month. So it's like, you're learning about chakras. So stuff is going to happen. Stuff is going to come up. Because spirit holds you accountable. Oh, you learned that? You know about that? Okay, let's test you to see if you really got it. So you will be tested. That is something that will just happen. And you need to have enough knowing to pass. Some of you will have knowing but don't really understand. This is why I teach you the background stuff. I'm not just regurgitating information. Be mindful of the people that's just repeating stuff. If someone tells you something, ask them. And if they can't tell you where they got it from or can't give you a resource, question what they said. A lot of times people get stuff off of other people's YouTube videos or something. I told you I'd be careful of that. Okay. So you will be tested. Keep your vibrations up. You know, I have given you guys so many ways. Oh, I posted, everyone needs to get a piece of selenite. Everyone gets a piece of selenite. I don't care if you selenite, satin spar, selenite. Get a piece. I don't care where you get it from. Okay? Get a piece of selenite. I literally put it on sale on Zoe Essentials, 2 big 4-inch pieces for $5. So I'm basically like giving it away. Zoe Essentials, there's free shipping. You have $5, you get 2 free pieces. I don't care. Get it from somewhere, because selenite, and this was shown to me years ago, on the spiritual realm is a weapon. It's a sword. And it's protective energy. Okay, get your selenite, put it under your pillows, under your mattress, under your beds. And again, you guys should not have stuff under your beds. Have at least 2 pieces. Okay, I have pieces like under my bed, under my pillow, like everywhere. Okay. So when I'm in the spiritual realm, I can grab one up and like for real, for real. Okay. There are certain crystals that we need to have. This is why they're coming up. Selenite is not a crystal that was around 100 years ago, guys. It just came up in the last couple of decades. Like, what is this? Okay. There's a reason why it came up at this time, for us to use it. We need to be using our crystals, our technology. Ross Ben talks about it. He talks about the malachite, turquoise, okay? Certain crystals that connect to our neuromelanin, that protect us, that connects us to the all, to the ethers, okay? So that is, people say, what crystal should I have? There's a couple. Selenite is like, get that one. It's the easiest one to get. They were selling it at Five Below. They were selling like towers. I think I told you guys last year for like $5. I haven't seen them back there. Okay. Don't get all fancy. Get the ones that's carved into a heart, or a regular stick, and it may be discolored. It's okay. That tells you that it's natural. Don't get the ones that are orange selenite. Those are dyed. Just regular selenite stick. Okay. If you have it already, make sure you're keeping it under your bed. All right. Okay. I think that's all I want to say. I really don't feel like there's anything. I have other stuff that I wrote down, but I don't feel like it's relevant to say right now. But that's basically what I wanted to share with you all tonight. I hope that you listened with your eye, and your heart, that you received the information that I was sharing from you, because it came from a very high vibrational love space. Melanie, when will you all have more raw malachite? Did we sell out of raw malachite? I don't even know. I have to talk to the Zoe team about that. But I do have a list of stuff. I just got a list from our inventory team that she was like, you have to replace all these things. So it usually takes about a week or so. Malachite, I have to be very careful. Did I end at 11:11? Is that right? Was it 11:11? Did I say we're done 11:11? What? Yes, 11:11. What? Crazy, right? Work was done tonight. Work was done. 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 is 4. Work foundation. Look at that. Awesome. Um, yes, I love you so family. Like I just love my soul family. If you have questions, do not hesitate to reach out. Um, Someone will get back to you within 24 hours, and I try my hardest to get back, within a few days. I go through my emails. You may not get a message like 4 months later, but I'm going to respond. I'm not doing consultations. I think I have one 30-minute spot left. I'm not doing consultations for a while because there's work that I have to do. But if you need a spiritual consultation, hit Sister Myra up. Her website is Sistar, Sistar, Myra, MYRAH.com. Her consultations are amazing. She will be on the phone with you until you get what you need. So her consultations are like 3 hours. So make sure you take a day off of work, because I've even heard her be on the phone with someone for 5 hours, okay? Because she really goes in. And if you need to, you can set up a payment plan with her. You can email her. Her email is, oh shoot, what's her email? I forgot her email. But you can email me and I can give you her email address, or just go to her website and book a consultation with her. Okay? Yes, infinite charisma. We gonna get this work. Yes, yes. Yes, get your shungite. I don't play. I have shungite all over my house, on any devices. I have crystals all around me right now. You guys just don't see. But make sure you get, thank you, Danny. Thank you. Sweet dreams, everyone. Sister Myra links and website is down. No, it's not. The website is right there, sistarmyra.com. So I think she had an old website, but she has now, she's back out. Let me tell y'all. She had her own listen, I'm not gonna tell her story. But the powers that were, and some fake spiritual people trying to come for her, but they can't. But she's out right now. I think she's gonna do another lecture. It's hard to do public lectures because of what she speaks about, but I will let you guys know what that's going to be, maybe in the next few weeks. But I will definitely keep you guys posted on that. If you please follow me on Instagram. What's my Instagram? The spirit. the_spirit_doula, because sometimes I will go live on there. It's just easier to go live on Instagram and communicate with you all a little bit easier than it is on YouTube. But follow me on there, because I usually post information on there more often than I would post it on here. Okay, yes, Tamika, she is true oracle. She is, Sister Myra is, oh man. I'm so honored and grateful that she is still here with us and is here to teach us. And she comes from a place of truth, high vibrational truth. There's no ego with her. It's just truth and love. And she's just a wealth of knowledge and information. Okay, good night. It is late, you guys. I didn't expect to be this long, but like I said, I didn't know. I didn't know how long it would be. Thank you for posting the website. All right, you guys, have a wonderful day. Sweet dreams. Wonderful day. Have a wonderful night. Sweet dreams. Safe travels. Share this with someone else. I hope it stays up, because I was talking some shit about some things. But share this video with friends, family, those who you resonate with. And I'll be seeing you guys soon. We have a full moon coming up. Oh, I didn't even talk about that. I may go live on Friday. I don't know. But this full moon coming up is going to be super powerful. I may touch into that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, have a wonderful night. Sweet dreams. Safe travels, everyone. Peace, peace. Peace, everyone. Yes, see you tomorrow in class, Donna.